line. Okay. So interest-only loans means that when you borrow money, you are only paying back the interest. That's all that means. So borrowing money, you're only paying back the interest. Interest-only loans. Who uses this a lot? Builders use this a lot. Okay. Only pay back the interest. So the loan of what you're borrowing is exactly the same thing. That has not changed. Okay, the loan will remain the same. If you borrow $50,000, next month, the month comes, they charge you interest, you pay back the interest, you still got to pay $50,000 on your loan. Nothing else happens. Okay. Now, as I said, builders do this a lot. Why? Because they borrow money off the bank, they use it to build, and then once they've built, they're selling them in between. They just pay the bank the interest every month, and then as they sell them, they pay off the loan. Or they just start a new project using that same loan. So nothing changes. The only thing, one thing changes in your future value on your calculator. It means your future value is exactly the same as what you start off with. But of course, it has to be a negative because you're still paying off the bank. That's the only thing that changes. All right, let's have a look at an example. Okay, here we've got a loan, $1,000 charged 5% interest compounding yearly. There's the rule there that it's showing us. Okay, so we're starting off with 1,000. There's the interest rate, the 5% interest rate. This is how much we pay off all the time. Okay, you can see that if we're paying in this $40, then it's still increasing. Why? Because if we work out 5% of $1,000, 5% divided by 100 times 1,000, that equals 50. So to keep it steady, we have to pay this amount off. So if we're paying $50 off like here all the time, and see that's the interest rate, then we will still need to pay $1,000 on this loan. If we pay more than $50, like this one, 60, then we start to decrease our loan and gets closer and closer and closer to zero. Any questions what we mean by interest-only loan, which is really this one? That's how much interest they charge us. That's how much we're paying off, the $50. Okay. We've still got a few missing. All right, now again, you can use these rules. Okay, the most important thing is here, we will use our calculator. Example 1. Okay, Jane borrows $50,000 to buy some shoes. So Jane negotiates an interest-only loan for this amount. If an interest rate of 9% per annum and it's compounding monthly, what is the monthly amount Jane will be required to pay? Okay, I didn't set up the thing here, the calculator. Okay, we can actually find that out without doing the calculator. All right, what is the monthly amount she was to pay? Now, because it's an interest-only loan, we can see that clearly she's only paying the interest, paying interest. So the interest that she is getting charged is 9% per annum. But we know, and it tells it's compounding monthly, so we're going to divide this 9 by 12. It's still going to be a percentage, but it's per month. And we know 9 divided by 12 is 3/4, so 0.75% per month. So now, interest to pay, 0.75. 0.75 divided by 100, because that's what percentage means, times $50,000. How much interest does she get charged a month? Okay, so I'm just going to do that on my calculator. 0.75 divided by 100 times 50,000, and I get $375. So that's what her monthly amount is. That's how much interest she gets charged That's how much she wants to pay every month. Any questions? Okay, let's clear this. Okay, now we're going to do it on the calculator. Okay, this is $180,000 to buy a house. I don't care who the person is, but there it is, $180,000. Where does that $180,000 go? Come on. Thank you very much, 180,000. I don't care who answers sometimes. I don't want to start calling names out again. He negotiates, or she, Stuart, I don't care, interest-only loan. So only paying back the interest for this amount. Interest rate is 7.6% per annum, compounding fortnightly. So interest rate 7.6, compounding fortnightly. How many fortnights are there in a year?
26.
26 fortnights in a year. So I'm putting 26 there. Okay. It says, what is the fortnightly payment correct to the nearest dollar? So in the end, we're only going to put 1 here. Okay, 1. Because all the compounding periods are going to be exactly the same. Now, this is what we want to find. What is the fortnightly payment? So our future value, okay, our future value is going to be negative $180,000. So the same amount, $180,000 as our PV, but it has to be negative. If you put it positive, then you're going to get a really strange answer. Any questions there? Okay, let's do that. Menu, finance, number 1, tab 7.6, tab 180,000, tab future value negative. Now make sure when you do the negative, it's the one in brackets, 180,000, 26, tab all the way back to my PMT. Okay, PMT I got was, and I'll do it in blue, negative $526.15 what's rounded. Remember, the negative just means that he's paying it off. So don't worry about the negative. You'd be writing fortnightly payments, of $526.15. Any questions there? Anyone got a question? All right. If you change, go back to your calculator and now put in, instead of negative 180,000 in the future value, go and put positive 180,000 in that future value and see what you get. All right, just to do it, if you did it like I have, you would have $360,526 every fortnight, which is more than what we borrowed. So you can tell there's something wrong. If you think about it, there's something wrong there. All right, let me clear this.